Hey there, comic book friends. I'm Travis, and it's time for the edition of New Comics, or at least New Comic Books Day for me. Saturday. Came a day late. I don't know, between the weather and I'm getting sent to the wrong side of the state. Got my comic books anyway. 23 issues, it says. It looks like a lot. It's an illusion because one of those things in there is really big. So, let's jump right into it, shall we? Because I got lots of comics to read. And quick note, no comic book roundtable this week. In the off chance this is the only video of mine you watch besides comic roundtable, no comic book roundtable. It is the Disembodies Voice's birthday. We're doing birthday celebration type stuff this weekend, so won't be doing that. New comic book legal defense fund defender. Some chatting with G. Willow Wilson, it looks like, on there. Creating a symbol of unity. Risks at the border and women on censorship. So I'll have to read that. Haven't read that one, so looking forward to that. Looks like I got a big old gnarly IDW pitch here. Look at that. They're pitching William Gibson's Archangel trade, and we haven't seen the final issue yet. So that's really curious as to how that's gonna work out. I don't know. Some other stuff there about it. So, have to check that out. What's going on that. But anyway, big old ad thing. That's just curious, though. That whole Archangel thing. That makes me go, But we're not here for the ads, right? We're here for the comics. Let's do some comics. Loose Ends, issue number 3. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Looking forward to this. Love the art inside of it. Just has a really great feel to it, a real great dynamic with the colors. This is issue number 3 of 4. Let's see what these guys do after this. Latour, Burner, and Renzi. So I've really been enjoying it. Like I said, really dig the vibe of the art in it. Doom Patrol issue number 5. I think this is the end of an arc. This is clearly a variant cover, I would bet. I love it, though. Look at that down there. Right down there. It's the hero. And it's saying bzzz. Yeah. Look at that. Negative Man in the traditional costume there with the coat, Larry. Whole team, really. Plus extras. I love it. Max holding up the ambulance, which is currently Danny, it seems. Though, I'm going to waste your time and my time. I'm going to look in here. I want to know who did the variant cover, because I haven't been paying attention. It's Doom Patrol. I'm picking up all the variants. Oh, yes. Farrell, it's Farrell Daryl Pimple. I love him. He does Pop Gun. Also, the Wrenchies. I haven't read the Wrenchies, but I'm pretty sure the Wrenchies is another thing he's done. Oh, God, look at that. Larry is so cool. Love me some Negative Man. Anyway, Doom Patrol number 5. End of the arc, I believe. Excited for that. This is Hell in a Crash. I think this is maybe it's not the variant cover. I don't know. Another one of those ones I'll have to look to see. I just kind of like the idea of it. Cadwell, Rangel Jr., and Ironbark. Not sure if I'm going to open this up too, because you know what? It sounded cool, but I hadn't actually checked it out. So, yeah, art by Warwick Johnson Cadwell. And this is the regular cover, which is by Cadwell. Because there are 3 different covers. There was a cover by Andrew McLean, who does Headlopper, and a cover by another cover by Cadwell, which was the incentive cover. There's a subscription cover, a regular cover, and I like the regular cover best, I thought. I don't know, I just kind of love the vibe of that. Cannot tell you exactly what this story is about, but it looks freaking hip and cool. And, I'm a hipster, so gotta check that out. See what that's about. It's a mini-series, I'm fairly sure. 4 or 5 issues, I believe. Black Road, issue number, 8. Yep, issue number 8. Looking forward to it, too. I know a lot of other people have dropped it. I've been enjoying it. And we're at the temple. Big, crazy stuff's going to happen now. So excited to see exactly what that ends up being like. seeing what Magnus the Black has got himself into. How's he going to get out of it? The fantasy book that I am reading. I don't read a lot of fantasy comics. This is issue number 23 of Birthright, and I have been really loving that. Check it out. She doesn't look pregnant anymore, does she? So I don't know. Does that mean she gives birth, or is this before she's given birth? We'll have to see if it's backstory or front story. God, if that's Talos, our evil dude, or is that her kid back there in the background? He is wicked awesome. The art in this, Brenson and Lucas on art. Pencils and colors, just brilliant. Absolutely love the rich detail of their work. Just love it. Young Animals number 5. Wow, it seems like it wasn't that long ago that Young Animals number 4 was out. This is another issue that's got Sean Crystal on art. I'm a Sean Crystal fan. Just seems a radical change from like this cover is an Edwards cover. And Sean's is different than that, so it's a little bit different of a translation. So it makes the story read a little differently. Still really enjoy it. Still really like the character. I like her kind of screw it all attitude. Love that with the rats there she's hanging on. Because of course at the end of the last issue we had a guy that had a family of rats walking around with him, which was cool. The book I'm really looking forward to reading. This is issue number 1 of Rebels, the Free and Independent States. Rebels was out a little over a year ago. They did like 10 issues and they had to quit. Coming back for a mini series. I really like Andrew Muti. He's an Italian artist. I love his pencils and inks. I would love to own some artwork of his. It's pretty impressive stuff. So I am very much looking forward to that. I see there's different people on colors. I don't know. Does that mean that Jody Valeri has fully separated herself from Brian Woods, or just didn't have the time to do this? I'm not 100% sure. Clearly, as a lot of us know, Brian Wood has some history. I'm continuing with the Brian Wood things that I've already been collecting, and Rebels is part of something I've already collected. I don't know any future work of his. I was kind of using Jody Valeri as my litmus test. She was still working with him. She's very pro-women and pro not being a douchebag in comics. And if she was still working with him, I thought that, whatever, maybe they had some personal conversation. And if she was coming to terms with it, I was okay with it. So I don't know. We'll see. Those kind of things. It's hard to decide how you want to spend your money. At what point do you separate artists from art, and at what point don't you? And it's dicey and personal. Not anything for anybody else to judge me there. I don't judge other people based on it, just my own whatever. So Wonder Woman issue number 19. This is part of the Truth. This is the Sharp stuff. This is the modern era. What's going on? Interesting. Looks like she's actually being stabbed, and it's actually cutting her there on the cover. I'm enjoying Wonder Woman. I'm enjoying the 2 storylines. I just like everything about it. I think Ruckus wrote a great story. Been entertaining, very enjoyable. Go on forever and ever as far as I'm concerned. Another book I'm looking forward to reading, No Mercy. This is issue number 14. This book is just always bonkers. Alex DeCamp, Carlos Speed McNeil, and Jenny Manley Lee. Just great stuff. Emotional jerking you around. 1980s survival horror type stuff. So yeah, we'll see what's next. We'll see what's next for this group of kids. Issue 31 of Letter 44. The end is here. I don't think this is the final issue, but I know we're rolling down to the final issues of Letter 44. So excited for that. Really curious to see how this whole thing gets tied up. What this long plan was. 31 issues. Awesome to have an independent book that goes this kind of length, tells a really long story. You really, really appreciate that in a lot of ways. Anno Dracula. 1895. 7 Days in Mayhem. Ken Newman written, Paul McGreffrey drawn. This is a Titan Comics. Res Reeds keeps talking to me about Titan Comics. So I'm going to give some more Titan Comics a chance because she keeps telling me it's the bee's knees. So we're going to check this out. This is issue 1. This is the A cover. I like that cover. So I'm a society of Draculas, I think, of vampires, and they have to deal with the rest of society, and they have to deal with some of the other stuff that's going on. I love that because that's Nosferatu shadow there. I love how her scarf right here on this cover drifts off into the red. That's kind of cool. So excited to check that out, see what that's like. Let's bust into my second half bags here. And the reason this is in 2 bags is so thick is there it is, the first trade of Flintstones. I believe reading this Flintstones will get me fairly, this is 1 through 6, so I'll be missing 1 issue number 7, but this will get me kind of, caught up on the Flintstones and all of the wonders that is the Flintstones, because it is, the single issues that I've read have been absolutely brilliant, so I am super stoked to read this trade and get caught up on all the other craziness that is the Flintstones. What do we got here? Hulk. Issue number 4. I have been enjoying the Jennifer parts of this, Jennifer Walters parts of this quite a bit. I like her kind of personal perspective, her struggle with the PTSD, the fear of the Hulk. That cover is wicked. I mean, for split covers, I'm kind of tired of them to some degree, but I don't know, that's pretty cool. The Hulk, all gray, dark, and green like that is pretty awesome, pretty wicked looking. And the terror on her face over the Hulk, that's pretty awesome. So I'm enjoying the aspect of the kind of the looming threat. I don't know that I care one way or the other about that, but I am enjoying that character quite a bit. So looking forward to that. Yeah. Hellblazer, issue number 8. The Smokeless Fire. We'll see where this goes. I've kind of been enjoying Hellblazer. Has been rocking my socks, but it's been enjoyable. That cover is a Declan Shelby cover, I believe. So that's kind of cool. Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, Doom Patrol. I think this is the standard cover. This is our standard cover of Doom Patrol. Iron Man there, or Robot Man there on the cover. My phone's gonna ring and I'm gonna ignore it. So hopefully you can ignore it too. Yeah, super excited for that. Looking forward to it immensely. So, Detective Comics, issue 953. Very much looking forward to it. It's been a lot of fun. Curious to see where this goes with Orphan and Orphan's mom, Shiva, and how does that all play out? Should be interesting. Blue Beetle, issue number 7. I'm continuing with this, and that's why right there, Dr. Fate is why I'm reading this now. It hasn't been a bad book, but it's been kind of, whatever, but I am interested in Rebirth, Dr. Fate, how they use that character. Always a fan of Dr. Fate, so checking that out. She-Wolf, issue number, this is She-Wolf, Black Baptism, and this is, it's a secret what issue number it is. I want to say it's 3. It's 7, because it's a continuation. So it's 7. There they are through the mirror. Really curious to see what all happens. Their magic mirror they travel through. There's a hole in it and blood's pouring out. Yeah. Kind of a crazy book. Looking forward to it. We are Shudder. This is issue number 28. Always enjoy Shudder. It's kind of a crazy romp. Let's see what it says on the back this time. Maybe it'll give us a breakdown of what's going on. And it says on the back here, story so far, Kate Christopher was an explorer on Earth. Much more fantastic than her own. Then she wasn't. Now she's fought back against the life she wanted to leave behind and is faced with a choice. Does she end her universe and so many more worlds can be born? Well, here it goes. Catechus. Looks like Catechus in a coffin. No, or just Catechus in a box. Any rate, so yeah, there we go. She just makes this decision. Very much looking forward to that. We're coming down to the end. I think issue 31 or something weird like that, I think is the final issue. So we'll see how that goes. Stray Bullets, issue number 22, the Sunshine and Roses arc. Just always brilliant stuff. Just brilliant. Incredible, enjoyable storytelling. Everybody should be reading that. If you're not reading it, I don't understand why, other than fear of, oh my gosh, there's so much, where would I start? I can get that. Just start reading. You'll figure it out. You'll work the characters out. You'll work it out. Son of Penguin. This is the Batgirl arc of Son of Penguin, or rather, Batgirl arc of Son of Penguin, issue number 9. Been really enjoying Batgirl quite a bit. So looking forward to reading more of this and how the whole Son of Penguin pans out. Should be interesting. Batman Beyond. This is the Rise of the Demon Part 1. So I don't know, Rise of the Demon, if that means it's the demon head, Ra's al Ghul of the ancient times, or of the future. Not sure. And I don't know how much longer I'll be reading this as the prices go up. This might be one of those books that has been fine, but hasn't rocked my socks off. So it may be one of the ones that I start cutting back on, surely because of the volume of books that I am that I'm getting. If nothing else, it's gotta come down at some point, right? Because as my last video talked about, storage, crazy. And finally, this week is Black Hammer, issue number 7. I absolutely love this book. Of Dean Ormstrom's art is absolutely incredible on this. They capture the perfect points of the golden age hero, but keep it modern. And there's great moments in this, and none of it seems to get bogged down by some of the stuff that Lemire can get into sometimes, the writer, and sometimes causes me some problems with Lemire's writing. But the art, the Dean Ormstrom and Dave Stewart art is just brilliant, and that captures everything really well. I think we're gonna get a Black Hammer. It's this character. I think we're gonna get kind of like a look back at his history and who he is a little bit, because that's how a lot of these issues have kind of, there's a storyline going through all of them, but we kind of dip back into each of the characters and kind of get a sense of who they are. So looking forward to that. And that is my comics this time around. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week with more comics and some comic talk, I'm sure. Have a great one, everybody.